welcome to Tabor Talk. So let me see if I could bring this one home. I'm going to do another short video here on Bernie Sanders, explaining who the man is, his policies, and really just to put to bed this notion that Bernie Sanders is a communist. Again, I just continue to see it all over social media. And then you see right-wing media outlets saying he's a communist. It's not true. He is not a communist. Now, I don't know if people are stupid or they're just trying to shit out this misinformation. I mean, I don't know. Okay, so number one, Bernie Sanders is not a communist. If you want to use labels, he is a liberal, progressive, democratic socialist. So people hear that socialism and whoa, and they go crazy. And by the way, socialism seems to be a dirty word, but it really isn't. Like, take a look at our country, the United States here. Today, 2020, we are a quasi-socialist country. We're a democracy, republic, but we have socialist programs, i.e. the military, police force, your highways. I mean, anything where government steps in and regulates, that's socialism. Now, there certainly are degrees. Now, where Bernie differs, again, this democratic socialist, is his programs here. So he wants education for all. People will have access to education, right? Medicare, healthcare ought to be a right, not a privilege. It should be a right along with life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. You should have healthcare, right? Common sense. Duh. I know it's complicated, very expensive, whatever. So Bernie's program is Medicare for all, education for all, and then he's overly, sorry, pause, I misspoke. Concerned, not overly, never overly, but the environment, right? What's the thing? Green Day something, I don't know. Green Day, that's the band. It's green something, but okay. So there you go. Now, here's what people are concerned about or afraid of. People on the right. Rich motherfuckers, okay? So here's what they'll do. They'll say, you hear on social media or whatever, they'll say, oh, everything's for free. Like, Bernie's going to give everything for free. Oh, he's going to take your money away and give it to poor people, like lazy people. He's going to take your money. How, like Mr. Joe Welder, you got to get up at 5 a.m. and you have to get up and you're tired, and he's going to take your money and he's going to tax you, and then they're going to send it to poor people, lazy people on welfare, Okay. Bullshit, and bullshit. It's just not true. So the problem is, so you have Joe Average Guy who's concerned about that, and then especially the super wealthy rich, because he will say straight up, in order to ensure that everyone has health care, and in order to ensure that everyone has access to education, it costs money. And how is this going to be paid for? Taxing the rich, the very rich. And the rich people, or people who are economists or businessmen, they're saying, whoa, dude, you're going to tax me, and this is how the world works, like trickle down. Like, there are super wealthy people like Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos, $181 billion. By the way, they're Democrats. We all know that, right? But anyway, some Republicans on the right, they have this theory that it's trickle down, like you start the businesses, blah, blah, blah. So the whole economy is based on free market enterprise, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you got that. Bernie is not. Like I said, education for all, Medicare, blah, blah, blah. So here's the last thing I'll end with. So people are suspicious of Bernie Sanders. They're like saying, like, why do you give a fuck about poor people, right? What do you give a fuck? You're fine. Why do you care? Like, you have health care. You'll never have to worry about it. You're not a poor person. You're not even a middle class person. You're wealthy. You're a wealthy politician. You're educated in health care. Why do you give a fuck? Very interesting, and I guess it's a valid sort of question. Is Bernie Sanders merely an opportunist, right? He doesn't have to worry about health care, but why does he care about people, strangers? So let me end with this, and this is a legitimate question. Is Bernie Sanders merely an opportunist who just wants to get elected, to get all the people to vote for him with these socialists, if you will, programs, or is he a good man who has a calling? And I think it's the latter. I really do think he's a good man. Okay, on that note, I hope that makes sense. I hope I cleared this up. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Table Talk.